I'm going to put forth a motion on the social studies official list. I move to approve the list provided by state reviewers with this addition. The addition being that the State Department of Education must provide a list of all public comments on the books that they have received to the districts. The normal process is the districts will request that from the state, and the state will not provide that automatically. But this motion includes approving the list provided by our reviewers, plus the action of requiring the Department of Education to send those comments along with the recommended list. Are there any questions on that motion that's two-part? Okay, is there a second on that motion?
Mr. Chairman, implicit in your motion, is there a willingness to accept amendments and removal of individual books?
Yes. Actually, what I would like to do first is see if there's a second to the motion as it exists, and then take a motion based on whether or not a vote comes about and it passes. Then we'll, based on that, we will take another motion.
Okay.
If there's not a second, I will hear other motions.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that from the list we strike the book Psychology and Everyday Life. We had reviewers' comments provided to us that suggested that that book may have perhaps been something that they had reservations about approving and offering their approval of. After reading the comments, after reading our reviewers' comments, I don't have those same questions. I think that we ought not to approve that book and put it out on our laundry list. So my motion would be to strike that book from the authorized list.
Okay, we have a motion to accept the list provided by the State Review Committee minus Psychology and Everyday Life, and I would like to second that. And we'll ask Mr. Branch or Rebecca to do a roll call vote.
Dr. Jason Robinson?
No.
Mr. Bobby Cox?
Yes.
Dr. Craig Hammond?
Yes.
Mr. Dan Lawson?
Yes.
And Mr. Moore?
No.
3 yeses, 2 noes. Motion passes.
Systems begin purchasing textbooks in June for delivery by the start of the school year. School districts are required to adopt a textbook. School districts are not required to purchase. In addition to the options on contract, districts can apply for use of books off contract through a waiver process. The number of requests for waivers in the past several years has varied by subject, with anywhere from 3 to 91 requests per year for books off contract.
Is a local district required to purchase textbooks?
No.
Okay. But they're free to use any book that's ever been approved by the state commission at any time. So they can go back and use an old book.
That's what I heard read as well. For social studies this year, at the direction of the textbook commission, with the list of approved textbooks, we have sent districts a cover letter that stresses the waiver option. So districts that are unsatisfied with their current choices are welcome and encouraged to apply for a waiver. They can do so because we have an established list. Waiver applications will be reviewed by content specialists for alignment with the standards and then considered on a rolling basis.